What's going on, guys? So earlier this year we went to the Texas Off-Road Invitational hosted by the Texas Motor Press Association, and during that event I drove for the first time the all-new Honda Passport. I was so impressed with it out at the event that I made a special request to get it for a full week so that I can get my hands on it and drive it and do a full review for you guys. So first off, if you didn't see the video on the Passport off-road, go check it out. I'll leave it up in the iCards. I'll leave it down in the description. It's worth checking out. So with that out of the way, let's jump into exactly what we're driving here. So the Passport is Honda's two-row mid-size SUV. It's based on the same platform as the three-row Pilot and the Ridgeline truck. So I've been a fan of Honda for a long time, more specifically a fan of their cars, not necessarily their SUVs. The Pilot I've never been a huge fan of, even though I really like three-row SUVs. The CR-V I've never been a huge fan of, but for whatever reason this Passport really caught my attention. I've really liked it, and we're going to jump into exactly why during this review. So before we start looking at the exterior, let's talk about the trim levels. You have a Sport, an EXL, a Touring, and the Elite. The Elite is what we're driving here. The Sport, EXL, and Touring come in two-wheel drive with four-wheel drive available. The Elite only comes in an all-wheel drive setup. So if we step back and take a look at the Passport overall, Honda has really tried to make this vehicle look rugged and sporty. Up front with the grille shape, it's unmistakably Honda. You have this gloss black trimming around the grille and up around the headlights. The headlights and daytime running lights are all LED, as well as LED fog lamps. The headlights also have an auto on-off feature, which obviously turn your headlights on and off automatically. There are a few other design elements that I really like. You have this little slit in between the hood and the grille that looks very sporty. And you have some nice aggressive lines coming down the hood. You have these body colored side mirrors with integrated turn signals, and they also automatically fold in with a push of a button. I wish they automatically folded in when you lock the vehicle, but they don't. You have to push the button to get them to fold in. The side profile of the Passport is pretty nice. This is a larger SUV. Again, it's based on the three-row Pilot. It is a little bit shorter than that Pilot, but it's still a mid-size SUV, so it's a good size. You do get integrated roof rails here, and these can be fitted with a lot of different accessories that Honda sells, and they can support up to 165 pounds. Around the back you do get LED tail lights and a nice Elite all-wheel drive badging. You also get dual exhaust pipes to highlight the performance aspect of this vehicle. So the color we have here is called Black Forest Pearl. It is a very dark color. It's not all the way black. If you get really close to it in the right light, you can really see the color come out of it. But for the most part, it's gonna look black. One of the features you get is what Honda dubs the walk-away auto lock. So as you walk away from the vehicle with the key in your pocket, it will automatically lock for you without you touching any buttons. This is a cool feature, but I never trust it. I'll either hit the button on the door handle or pull the remote out of my pocket and double click that lock button just to make sure. You do get a proximity key so you can walk up to the vehicle, grab the handle, and open it up without having to touch the remote to unlock it. Always a cool feature. You also get a remote start from the key, which is great to get that car started and get it cooled down in this Texas heat. All trim levels come standard with these 20-inch wheels, and these are 265 45 R20 Continental tires equipped on this bad boy, and these things really handled the off-road well. Under the hood is Honda's 3.5 liter iVTEC V6 engine. And this is their Earth Dreams technology engine, which means it's more fuel efficient than other engines they've produced. This pushes 280 horsepower, 262 foot-pounds of torque, and is matched to a 9-speed automatic transmission with shift-by-wire and paddle shifters which we'll check out when we jump inside. And this is no new engine for Honda. This is the same thing they've been running in the Pilot and the Ridgeline for years. The Passport can tow up to 5,000 pounds with the all-wheel drive model and 3,500 pounds with the two-wheel drive model. Fuel efficiency wise, you're looking at 19 miles per gallon city, 24 miles per gallon highway, and that's what the all-wheel drive. The two-wheel drive version does a lot better at 20 miles per gallon city and 25 miles per gallon highway. All right, and with that, let's check out the rear hatch. Now you can open the rear hatch with a button inside, a button on the hatch itself, a button on your remote. You're also supposed to be able to open the hatch with a kick under the bumper. I don't know if this one's not equipped with it, if it's messed up or what, but that's not working for me. But let's open it up and check it out. All right, and as you can see, there is a lot of space back here. There is 50 cubic feet of cargo volume here, and you can fold the back seats down to get 100 cubic feet of cargo space. And folding those second row seats down is as easy as a one-touch button. So if you're looking for something with a ton of space, the Passport has it. You also get a 12-volt, 180-watt power accessory outlet here in the back. So as you can see, we got this thing filled up with camera gear, with chairs from the soccer games. And not only does this thing have a lot of room behind the seats, you also get an extra little compartment here with some extra underfloor cargo space. All right, now let's check out the back seats and see what they have to offer. So this is a 5-seat SUV, so you got 3 seats here in the back. You get really good room, good headroom, good knee room, good shoulder room, even for a larger adult. You also get rear climate control with heated seats back here. You get 2 USB ports and a 115-volt power outlet. All right, let's talk about the interior here. First of all, you have a multifunctional center console. This is made large enough to fit a tablet in. You also have a USB charging port and a 12-volt accessory port. In this Elite, we have these leather trimmed seats with this cool perforated diamond pattern and white contrast stitching. The driver's seat also has 2 memory positions, and both the front seats are both heated and cooled seats. We also have this nice leather wrapped steering wheel with integrated paddle shifters. Tech-wise, we have an 8-inch high-resolution touchscreen display, and this has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integrated into it. You get a 215-watt audio system with 7 speakers, including the sub. Behind the steering wheel is a customizable driver interface. We have wireless charging via a charging pad here in the console, another 12-volt outlet, and a USB plug for interfacing with the infotainment system. You do get a rear backup camera with 3 view angles. You get a normal, a top-down, and a wide-on view. You don't get a 360 view, which for an off-road centric vehicle and a bigger SUV, I really missed. You get Honda Link, and one of Honda Link's features is called Remote Package, which will actually let you get Amazon deliveries to your trunk. Honda Sensing is standard on all vehicles, which gives you things like radar guided cruise control and lane keep assist. You also get blind spot monitoring and a rear traffic cross alert system. A lot of really interesting and really cool features are packed into this vehicle, and I could probably go on and on, but let's take it for a drive. First of all, you do get that shift-by-wire system, which is basically just a push-button transmission. And this is basically the exact same system that you get in other Honda models and Acura models. including the NSX. The Passport has 4-wheel independent suspension, which gives it a really smooth ride and sporty handling. The IVTM4 all-wheel drive system here is a great system for responding to any traction condition, and it really proved itself out at that off-road invitational. Again, I did a whole video on that. I'll throw a couple of clips in right now. You also have an integrated traction management system that lets you select modes including snow, mud, or sand. All right, so let's really quickly touch on the price. The base model is the Sport, and it starts at $31,990. The next level is the EXL at $36,000. Then the Touring at just under $40,000. And the Elite that we have here starts at just over $43,000. And this review car that we're in right now has an MSRP of $44,725. So that's a pretty good chunk of change, and there's a lot of competition out in the market. What Honda really say they want you to focus on are things like the Jeep Cherokee and even the Grand Cherokee. These are decent comparisons, although I would take the Grand Cherokee in a heartbeat, but it is a more expensive vehicle. I think the Cherokee is a good competitor, but really if I was doing serious off-roading, I would get a Jeep. You could also try to compare this to the Toyota 4Runner, although I don't think it quite stacks up to that either. You could look at things like the new Ford Edge, the Nissan Murano, the Chevy Blazer, or even things like the Subaru Forester or Outback. Some of the biggest competition I see with this are basically its own nameplates. The Pilot is a 3-row, so you're getting for around the same kind of money an extra row of seating. Or the Acura RDX is a really great vehicle. It's got a lot of luxury touches. It's not as well equipped for off-road, but honestly, is this something that you're going to be taking off-road a lot? And if the answer to that is yes, and you really like the Honda experience, I say go for it. I really like this vehicle. Like I said, I haven't been a big fan of Honda SUVs for a long time, but this one I really liked. I really liked it when we took it off-road. It did really well off-road, and I've really liked it for this week. So yes, after a full week of driving this vehicle, I would recommend it if you're in the market. I really liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the Passport. And as always,